podcast. Barbara is with us now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Still out there, still singing, still performing.
Well, it's a vocation, you know.
Which means it's not just a job. You can't give it up till it gives you up. Is that it?
I'm not doing it for the fame. I'm doing it because I love it.
Yeah, you're very clear about that in the book, actually. How you really have shunned celebrity all your life. It's not something you're into at all, is it?
I think it's a Faustian pact. You see, I think those things come back and bite you on the bum. When you least expect them.
Which particular things?
Well, just celebrity and fame.
So when you invite them in, you can't get them back out again, is that it?
It's like, yeah, exactly. It would be like inviting cameras into your house to live with you, you know. I think you'd have difficulty getting people to not be curious about you forevermore. I never liked that at all.
It's an interesting... What's it? I'm trying to think, it's a tautology contradiction in terms of sense, because you are a singer, you're a performer, so you have to be out there, and yet at the same time it strikes me that you're slightly shy.
I am a performer, but I'm not a show-off.
Okay.
Now, I think it's possible to be that. I'm not a show-off. I don't want people to... I was talking to Chris about having to do things like that on Strictly Come Dancing. I could never do something like that. I would feel so conspicuous and weird. So I perform, but my performance just comes from inside me. And I think that's valid. I think it's valid to perform and be sensitive and have a vulnerability. I think it's okay.
It is.
You don't have to go, hey, come into my house and look at my antiques, you know.
But there's a lot of pressure on you to do so, especially in your chosen career, as Bill saying. You're a performer, you're out there, people are interested in the kind of person you are. So what made you think, I am going to write a book about my life, for somebody who is very private?
Well, it happened 3 times in about 18 months, Sian. Somebody asked me to do this. And because it happened 3 times with 3 separate people, I thought, maybe I should do this. Because what I thought was interesting was somebody who feels the way I do, which we've just been talking about, why did they become so successful and continue to be successful? As you've seen by my DVD, I still sing and play and really love and enjoy it. What is it that drives me? What is it that makes me tick? And I think that's quite inspiring to other people who are a similar age to me. I see no reason why you can't do anything that you're able to do at any age.
We had those Proclaimers in yesterday.
Oh yes.
The twins, who grew up in
Auchtermuchty, yes, just down the road from Dunfermline.
And you're from Fife, so what is it about Fife? Is there something in the water with singing?
Oh, it's very cold, so we spend a lot of time indoors playing guitars. It's beautiful, open sky. I don't know, it's always been an inspirational place, Fife, and Scotland is inspirational. Of course, there's a lot of talent come out of there.
In your autobiography, you write, and it did make me laugh, you say, mine was a happy childhood, there was no drink or drugs or health crisis. I'm just a musician and an actress from Fife with a few hit records and a couple of Olivia Awards to her name.
Well, that's right. That's right. And I think that's what makes me special, obviously. But I have my own life as well and my views on things. And I've managed, I don't want you to think I'm terribly clever, but I have managed to kind of, you know, just steer a course through the middle of the rubbish and the good stuff, you know. I've gone wrong. I've gone wrong. I've made loads of wrong decisions. I'm not clever about.
Where did you go wrong?
Well, in career, you know, I've made wrong career moves and some other ones which I had to be forced into, like into Blood Brothers. You know, I didn't want to do Blood Brothers.
That wasn't the wrong move. That wasn't.
No. What I'm trying to say is I didn't want to do that.
Your
so I would have said,
is to pull away from something like that.
I'm not going to do that because I will fail. And of course I didn't fail because it was a great success. But I had to be really cajoled, and I'm not a precious person, but I really did have to be persuaded. And I said, but people say it goes wrong. And 1 or 2 things have been like that for me. The other things I've jumped at and wanted to do and just kind of known. But I think the pop star years are another bit of a problem, because I think people just think that's all you can do. That's all I can do, is be that woman with the lipstick and the hair and I Know Him So Well, which has nothing to do with me. That's 25 years ago.
Another thing I should tell you, should warn you, that you say in your book, I'm fed up with interviewers asking, what do you consider to be the highlight of your career? So if that's one of the questions, Don't you dare.
It wouldn't be. You wouldn't ask that.
Don't you dare.
But he might do, just to be mischievous, Bill, you naughty monkey.
Okay. Let's talk about a recent highlight of your career, which was... sorry, I'm going to get the giggles now. The last time you came and see us was you'd done an album of Beatles
That's
songs.
right, yeah,
That's
86, yeah.
Yeah. So where do you move on from there?
Well, it's interesting because that was a commission. That wasn't my idea, so I wouldn't take the credit for it. But it was a great thing to do because what I did was I kind of applied a lot of folk music technique to doing Beatles songs. We do a really spine-chilling version of Eleanor Rigby, which sounds like the Lone Piper on the castle at the Tattoo. It's that kind of quality. It's a very Celtic approach to something that is so beloved. So what I did, moving on from that, is just doing what I do, which is more acoustic music, folk music, thoughtful things, you know, that I think are dignified for someone of my age.
But also maybe more you. I mean, when you were talking about your pop career, there was a feeling that, that was something that you did and you did it very successfully, but it wasn't true to you.
It wasn't. I never felt really at home very often doing that because I always felt that I was sort of standing watching myself. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't exactly an out-of-body experience, but there was a degree of that where I was thinking, oh my goodness, look what she's wearing. And there was a degree of that.
You're such a reluctant pop star, really. Then,
I was a very reluctant pop star, yeah.
So,
but it stood Barbara in good stead over the years, hasn't it? Because, as you say, you know, you did stay true to yourself and you didn't give too much of yourself away.
And I've not taken that too seriously. I take my work seriously, but I've not taken all the trappings seriously. I never believed the good reviews or the bad ones.
That's very sage. Very briefly, what did you consider to be the highlight of your career?
Hasn't happened yet, Bill.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, if you'd asked me that 10 years ago, there'd be all sorts of things that have happened since then that I wouldn't have been able to tell you about. I look forward, and I think that's good, don't you?
The best is yet to come.
Well, that's what I think. Yeah.
Barbara, lovely to see you.
Thank you, Bill.
You see, that was. She could have had a crabbit at you. You're
But
quite
she
good at
wouldn't.
crabbiting, aren't you, Sam?
Oh, I'm very crabbit.
Good at the
But you
complaint.
wouldn't crab it with me, would you?
No, of course, I know him so well.
Oh, dear.
The actor John Hurt will be here in a moment.